What if I told you the company that invented digital photography was also the one destroyed by it? Kodak didn't miss the future, they saw it first. So how does a company go from owning an entire industry to becoming irrelevant in less than 2 decades? This is the story of innovation, fear, and one of the biggest business mistakes in history. For nearly a century, Kodak wasn't just a company, but it was photography itself. If you took a picture, chances are Kodak made it possible. But behind the scenes, a silent revolution was already beginning, one that Kodak itself had started. Founded in 1888, Kodak transformed photography from a luxury into something anyone could use. Their slogan was simple: you press the button, we do the rest. And it worked. Kodak dominated the global market. Over 80% of film sale and nearly 90% of camera sales in the United States. They weren't just successful, they were untouchable. Every photo taken meant more film purchased. Every roll developed meant more money earned. Kodak had built a perfect business model. Then, in 1975, something unexpected happened. A Kodak engineer named Stephen Sasson created the world's first digital camera. It was primitive. It took 23 seconds to capture a single image. It stored photos on a cassette tape, and it was only black and white. But it worked. The future had arrived, and it came from inside Kodak. But instead of celebrating it, Kodak feared it, because digital photography threatened everything they had built. No film, no printing, no recurring revenue. To Kodak executives, digital wasn't an opportunity, it was a threat to their empire. So they made a decision, they buried it, they slowed development, they hesitated, they protected the present instead of building the future. While Kodak hesitated, others didn't. Companies like Canon, Sony, and Nikon embraced digital. And then came something even bigger: smartphones. Suddenly, everyone had a camera in their pocket. The world didn't need film anymore, and Kodak's core business collapsed. By the early 2000s, film sales were declining, profits were disappearing, and market share was vanishing. Kodak tried to catch up. They launched digital products. They attempted to pivot, but it was too late. In 2012, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. A company that once defined photography was now fighting to survive. Kodak didn't fail because they lacked innovation. They failed because they couldn't let go of what made them successful. They were trapped by their business model, their past success, and their fear of change. They chose to protect revenue instead of protecting relevance. If you want to understand how money, industries, and power shape our world, subscribe to Wealth Origins TV, because behind every empire, there's a story.